Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my Project Pan update for the Team Project Pan. It was set up by the Beauty News of two girls, so Kat and Hailey, and I'll link them down below. So let's just get started. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go show you the empties first, the roll-in for those empties and the progress. So if you don't know, every quarter it was decided that you could roll out stuff if you weren't feeling it or for whatever reason and roll in stuff that's new. So it is that time also now. So there's only one product I'm rolling out and rolling something else in for. So just bear that in mind. So I think this is actually going to be the easiest empties I ever show. So I finished 5 products this month and last month I finished 12 products. So for the 5, so I finished 4 of the Tarte lip glosses. 4 of them. So these are really old. I said I would never say it on camera because it's so embarrassing, but I got them Christmas 2013. They taste fine. You can kind of taste them. They're fine. So I finished the shade Lizzie, Viv, Finn, and Cam. They all feel really nice on the lips. I took the stopper out of them all. I think it's the Maracuja set. The Maracuja. So I finished them all. So that's 4 out. So in place of those lip glosses, I am rolling in this one, which is another of the Tarte, and it is in the shade Row. Here we go. It's nice pretty much over anything. And these are 1.7 mils in each bottle. I'm also rolling in the Avon Glazewear Duo Reflect, 6 mils in it, in the shade, what's the shade? Lord, my eyesight. Bronzed and Beautiful. Bronzed and Beautiful. I have about 50 odd lipsticks, or lip products, probably more, I don't know. And they're all different shades of nude and brown. So here is the Bronzed and Beautiful. So 2 lip products in. I won't finish this one this month, but I will finish this one this month. So that's the 4 lip products I finished and the 2 in its place. And the 5th product I finished was the Kylie Minogue Darling Silk Body Lotion. 200 mils in this and I finished it. I brought it to work, left it on my desk and lathered myself. It gives a sheen to the skin. I don't know if this applies to everyone, but the scent of it kind of reminds me of 14, being the age of like 14 to 16, you know. I don't know if that applies to everyone, but yeah, I wouldn't get it again, but I'm glad it's gone because that was just sitting on my table for years. Okay, it's gone. Look at the size of it. And rolling in its place is a product I got in Aldi. So this is Peony number 11 Luxury Hand Cream. I don't know. God, it smells amazing. I don't know what that smells like. God, I don't know. It smells kind of like stereotypical Jo Malone. So we're at the point of progress now. So I have a blush in this project and the blush is staying in. It is the number 7 Soft Damson and I've gone down 1 gram in this. So I'm actually really happy with this. This is my first ever blush. For foundation, I stayed the same in grams and it is the Urban Decay All Nighter in the shade 1. So I've decided, if you've watched any of my other videos that have this in it, which is this project, which I'll link somewhere, I was undecisive about how I felt about this because some days your skin looked unreal and then other days it was a disgrace. There's no point in saying anything else. It was a disgrace. It feels like it seems like you need to have really good skin naturally, and I feel like I'm going through a phase at the moment where my skin is like it was when it was a teenager. I don't know, it's a mess, but here's how we're doing. So intro last month, this month. I did not wear a lot of makeup this month because of my skin issues. So there's not really that much left. Can you see the little window there? So I would say I'd finish this one this month. Okay, so for color corrector, I have the Naked Skin in the shade Peach, and I went down 1 gram in this. So here's where the progress marks are. Do intro last month, now a little bit left. I wouldn't buy this again. It doesn't help my under eye circles. I have it on today. Excuse me, I have it on today, but I had to put a concealer on top of it, and it helps a little bit, but it just kind of is watery and see-through under my eyes and it doesn't work for me. So I'm not paying 20 something euros to do that again. So we're at the point where, like, look at the wand, the doe foot. The doe foot It is picking up product on one side but not on the other, so that's where we're at now on this. I probably will take the stopper out because of how much I've spent on it. So down 1 gram on the naked skin. For eye primer, I have the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the original one, and I have gone down 2 grams on this. I said in the intro there must have been an air bubble because I don't know how I used that much, but from last update to now, this is how much I used. And I don't think I buy this one again unless this one is gone off, I'm not quite sure. But when I put it on, it kind of balls up a little bit, and no matter what I put on top of it to set it down, it doesn't look nice. Okay, so the eyebrow pencil that I'm using at the moment is the Catrice Cosmetics, and I'm unsure of the shade name. So here we are on this one. I will insert a picture up here of my progress. So I didn't have as much progress as I did last month. I have it in my brows today. You know, like that's my natural hair color. I haven't dyed it in years because I kept bleaching it and I ruined it, so I had to just leave it alone for a while. So I think it's okay. I'm not really sure. The next product I have is the primer that I'm using, and it's the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I haven't gone down in grams, nor can I see in. I shined a light, I don't really know, through this, and it looks like it's in the same place. Now, I went through a period throughout the month of using less of this to see if that's what the problem was with my foundation. And then I also tried mixing it with the foundation to make it less heavy. So that's probably why I have less used, because I was using more of this previously. I probably would get this again and then leave it in my drawer at home for like nights out. Something that you want your face to stay on with, but I just was conscious of having this in my collection for so long it was gonna go off. Next product is the translucent, no it's not. The next product is a loose powder I've been using. The W7 Banana Dreams Loose Powder. This had 20 grams in it at the start, and I had never used this at the start of this project. So, goodness gracious me. This is, well look, I've marked it before the video. So, intro, last month, now. As I said, I did not wear much makeup during this month. Well, I didn't wear makeup for like 2 weeks. But I wouldn't get this again because the packaging is a nightmare. It goes all over you everywhere. It doesn't work under your eye because, well, it doesn't work under my eye because it oxidizes and goes very, very dark. But it works on the rest of my face, and it makes the rest of my face really, really smooth, and it makes my makeup stay on a lot longer, which very little products actually work for that for me. If it was in less tricky packaging, I actually probably would get it again. It's a very good price as well. So basically the only reason for a no is the packaging. Just a quick one, the mascara I'm using, it's still going. I don't really follow that 3 month rule, even though this one will be within 3 months. Some people might find that nasty. Probably is, but I just use it until it no longer works. And it is the Absolute Lashes by W7. I would 100% buy it again. It is unreal if you have crappy, small little non-existent eyelashes like myself. It does make them fuller and longer, and it kind of scratchy in a nice way, and it gets right up in there, and there's a little ball on the top that gets to the edge and the inside, and it doesn't transfer on either side, which I seem to have a problem with. So I don't even know why I bother putting this one in, but anyway, the Ka-Brow Benefit in the shade number 2. This has gone down 1 gram. I have used this up entirely in the past. Look at it focusing on me. This takes over a year to use from how I use it. Last year I went down the middle, hit the end, and then the whole thing dried up. So this year I'm just going around the edges. I'm not really in a rush. I got it for Christmas off Porrick. Porrick being boyfriend, my boyfriend. I like this little wand that comes with it because I do my makeup in work, because it takes me 2 hours to get to work. It lands me in work a half an hour early. So I do it then. Okay, so for brow setting, I've been using this Yoke for about 3 years consistently. It is in the shade Light. It is a brow kit, and I would 100% get it again. I stupidly did not look at a picture of what it looked like last month, so I can't visually see how much it's gone down, but I will look afterwards and I'll try insert some pictures of where we were versus now. The Amazing Cosmetics Concealer in the shade Light. Heavy, full coverage, full duty, blah, blah, blah. So, in what way did I do it? Intro. The pink one was the intro. The red was last month, and the blue is to now. I used this today, so we have this much left. This was €39, so it's really expensive, but my God, does it last you a long time. There's 15 mils in it, which is half a full size foundation. So it does last you. Like, it's very full coverage that I wouldn't really need to use it that often, but I like the consistency of it, if that makes sense. So the highlighting situation for this year is I'm actually panning a highlighting palette. So last year I finished off the cream, and this year I'm working on the remaining 3 powders. It is the highlighting palette Solstice by Sleek, and I'm working on all of the shades in here, as I mentioned. So I had to repress it last time. I had to repress this shade the last time, so I would say I'd finish this one off. This one, I'm gonna have to just insert pictures to show you where I was. I'd say the first one to go will be this one here. So, happy with that. Okay, so as I said at the start of the video, in the Team Project Pan set up by Kat and Hailey, they kind of allowed us to rotate out any products after a quarter for any reason. So I decided to remove the Bahama Mama bronzer. I love this. There is no reason I'm removing it other than I'm not in a rush to finish it, and I've gotten 3 months of use out of it, and now I want to use something else. There is a dip, but that's about the height of it. There is, how many grams are in this? There are 7.08 grams in it. I will use it again. I really like it. It seems I have very pale skin, and it doesn't, like, I have it on today, so if you think that's too much, I don't know what it looks like on camera. Seems to work when I'm tanned and when I'm very pale. Okay, and in its place, I'm rolling in the Butter Bronzer. I've been working on this one for a while. The light bronzer. So I had to repress this last month because I was using it in a different project. So here's where we are. Did you hear how I said, oh good. So my goal here is to finish this one up and get in a new one. I really like this. This is in the shade Light. If I get it again, I might try the darker one. The light one kind of comes up a little bit yellow. A little bit yellow. In the beginning, I didn't even know there was other shades when you saw people on YouTube using it. Okay, there it is, you see, it's quite yellow. But you don't have to be careful when you're applying this. So I'm gonna roll this one in the place of the Bahama, in the goal and the hopes to finish it. Lastly is my Pan That palette portion, and I am panning the Revolution, the Matte Edit. So, I got this for Christmas, 2017 Christmas from Porrick. There was 3 palettes in the set, and I was panning a 120 eyeshadow palette over 2 years, and it was all colours, there was no neutrals. So I was sick of colours and I couldn't face into it again. So this is an all neutrals palette, and that way I can use any other palette I choose to use for everything else. So we have a lot of progress since the last update. So I had repressed these 2. I will insert a picture of what it looked like before repressing. If there is a picture, I'll show you what it looked like after repressing. So I would say I'll finish this one this month. Maybe this one, I'm not sure. So I'm working on this one. There's no names. This one, which there is a dip in. And these 2, which there's also dips in. I pretty much pan a look rather than varied. These are all bloody neutrals, but it's handy enough. So I'm just going to check if this lost any weight. This palette has lost 3 grams. If I could lose 3 grams, I'd be happy with that. But anyway, this lost 3 grams, so I'm happy about that. My goal for the year is to use up 5 full eyeshadows, and if I meet that goal, I will then want to use up 8. So far, I have used up 1 eyeshadow. So that's it for this update. Thanks everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you the next time.